The Royal Rumble quickly became one of the WWE's biggest events, with 1993's added stipulation that the winner gets a world title match at WrestleMania, making it even more prestigious. Thus, it's no surprise winning the event is a big deal for a wrestler's career. However, not everyone who has been penciled in to win has ended up winning. But which wrestlers were they? Well, join us now as Wrestlelamia looks at 10 wrestlers who were supposed to win the Royal Rumble. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell for daily wrestling videos, and follow us on Wrestlegamia and Incredible for more videos. Number 1. Mr. Perfect in 1990. In 1990, Mr. Perfect aka Curt Hennig was enjoying a solid run in the WWF with his gimmick as the all-around athlete who could do no wrong, leading to a win streak. So what better match to win than the Royal Rumble? Although the WWF hadn't instituted the winner gets a WWF title shot prize just yet, a win could still be another way to help elevate Perfect's star. When Mr. Perfect selected the perfect number 30, things were looking up, and wrestling legend has it that Perfect was indeed set to win the match. But that is until Hulk Hogan likely said something like, "I don't think so, brother," and won the match instead. Hennig's perfect push ended that night, and while he would enjoy 2 reigns as Intercontinental Champion, some fans see the loss as a big momentum killer for the second generation superstar's career. Number 2. Randy Orton in 2006. Although Vince McMahon is known for his mercurial methods in booking wrestling, sometimes plans can be changed due to injuries or even death. In 2006, the WWE's plans for the Royal Rumble were juggled after Eddie Guerrero's tragic death in 2005, as well as World Heavyweight Champion Batista's tricep injury that forced him to vacate the title. Rumor has it the WWE was originally going to have Randy Orton win the Rumble and challenge former Evolution partner Batista for the title, but they decided to go with the feel-good story of Ray dedicating the 2005 Royal Rumble to his friend Eddie, with Ray overcoming the odds and winning the event. Number 3. Triple H in 2006. Randy Orton wasn't the only WWE superstar who was considered at one point to win the 30-man elimination battle royal. In a 2013 interview with Wrestling Inc., former WWE writer Court Bauer discussed how the WWE didn't decide the winner for the 2006 Rumble until days before the event. It came down to Hunter or Rey Mysterio winning, and obviously most people were pushing for Hunter. Very few people were pushing for Rey, but the right guy was able to push that through and get it into the end zone, and that guy was Pat Patterson. Pat Patterson, Bruce Pritchard and myself obviously wanted Rey to win. Pat had the most influence because he's Pat Patterson, and he really was the most influential in getting that decision and getting Rey over. But that was something that came down to the last 10 days. As you can see, Rey Mysterio's epic win did not come easy, with so many other candidates considered. In hindsight, it's good that things worked out as they did, because his win is considered one of the greatest Royal Rumble victories in the match's history. Number 4. CM Punk in 2008. Recently, CM Punk discussed a previously unheard story that he was scheduled to win the 2008 Royal Rumble. During an appearance on FS1's WWE Backstage, Punk revealed, "I was supposed to win. I was supposed to win that Royal Rumble, and then John Cena comes back after 3 months from a torn pec. Thanks a lot, John." At the time, Cena was recovering from his torn pectoral muscle and expected to be out for several months. However, an incredibly fast recovery saw him ready to rumble in 2008, and the WWE hot-shotted things by Cena surprising the fans with a return and a win. While the straight-edge superstar didn't win the Rumble, he did win the Money in the Bank briefcase at WrestleMania 24, successfully cashing it in. Number 5. Chris Jericho in 2012. With the Mayan calendar reportedly predicting 2012 would be humanity's last year of existence, the WWE faced a difficult choice in whom to book for its last ever Royal Rumble. Now, according to a 2012 report by PW Insider, WWE went with Sheamus as the Royal Rumble winner last night, but the initial plan appeared to have been Chris Jericho winning. According to those I spoke to in the company, the decision was made to go with Sheamus just a few days back in order to throw a curveball at fans that were expecting Jericho. Jericho didn't miss out on a World Championship match though, as he faced WWE Champion CM Punk at the show of shows coming up short. Number 6. John Cena 2012. A 2012 was a big year for the Showcase of the Immortals, and as such, the WWE wanted to lead up into it with a big win at the Royal Rumble that would begin the road to WrestleMania 28, which was actually repeated the next year at WrestleMania 29, but it toyed with the idea of Cena winning the Royal Rumble and being forced to choose between facing the People's Champion, who had just screwed Cena out of the WWE Championship at WrestleMania 27, or making a bid for a World Championship. They decided they didn't need any more hype for the Cena vs Rock match and had Sheamus win the Rumble instead. Number 7. The Rock in 2019. Has The Rock retired from professional wrestling? Well, it depends on when you ask him, as the most electrifying man in sports entertainment hasn't ruled out a return to the ring despite a demanding Hollywood schedule, but he's also made it clear it takes something very special for him to step back in the ring. Would battling his cousin Roman Reigns be big enough? Well, apparently so, as wrestling rumor has it that the WWE was building for a showdown between The Rock and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 35. In order to set up the match, the WWE would have The Rock enter the 2019 Royal Rumble and win and challenge the big dog to what could have been a dream match. The reliable Twitter account WrestleVotes tweeted back in December of 2018, Rumble tidbit: plan at one point was for The Rock to win the Royal Rumble and face Roman Reigns at Mania. That's obviously not happening. Can Rock still win it and face Lesnar? I guess. Depends on what kind of agreement Rock and WWE have. Once plans changed, Rock may have reconsidered. Unfortunately, the relapse of Reigns' leukemia put his wrestling career on hold, scrapping the plans for Rock vs Reigns. Number 8. Roman Reigns in 2020. The WWE invested nearly a year rebuilding Roman Reigns' character after the big dog's courageous comeback from his leukemia relapse. Rather than booking Reigns right into a World Championship match, the WWE put him in high-profile feuds, building off the fans' goodwill at Reigns' return in order to avoid the boos he had previously received after the WWE over-pushed him. By the 2020 Royal Rumble, it was obvious Reigns would get a world title shot at WrestleMania, with many fans and pundits predicting a Rumble win. However, the WWE went with Drew McIntyre. According to Dave Meltzer, Paul Heyman may have played a big role in the King of Claymore country winning the match. Obviously, this is a Paul Heyman decision that was made some time back. I presume Bray Wyatt and Roman Reigns is the other main event. They could have had Roman Reigns win the Royal Rumble because McIntyre was made when he eliminated Lesnar, but it was one of those things where Heyman probably got the main event and everything for that main event. McIntyre didn't have to win the Rumble since he eliminated Lesnar, but his win meant more for his career than a Reigns win would have. Not to mention that the fans likely would have booed Roman had he won again. Number 9. Shayna Baszler in 2020. As we'll see, 2020 was a back-and-forth battle for the Royal Rumble, as the WWE toyed not only a number of potential winners, but a number of potential entrants. After the success of the interbrand competition between NXT, Raw and SmackDown superstars at 2019 Survivor Series, rumors were flying that the WWE was going to put a number of superstars from the Black and Gold brand in the match alongside performers from the Red and Blue brands, with some news sites reporting they'd be evenly split with 10 superstars from each roster. For whatever reason, the WWE decided against this, putting only NXT stars in the men's match, but 11 in the women's. Going into the Rumble, NXT's Shayna Baszler was the heavy favorite to win the match, with word having it the Queen of Spades would begin a monster push on the main roster, beginning with a Rumble win. Dave Meltzer would comment, "Okay, so I had sort of heard this, so this is confirmed that Shayna Baszler and Roman Reigns were scheduled to win the 2 Royal Rumbles, and then as they were trying to decide what was going to happen for WrestleMania, the decision was made instead to go with Charlotte Flair and Drew McIntyre. Because I had not heard Shayna was going to win, I just had assumed from a lot of different things, and Roman, I just figured Roman for Bray Wyatt." However, it appears her being the heavy favourite with sports booking sites may have led to her being bumped from the winner's circle. According to Meltzer, I think it was on the 14th would have been the day of the change, because there was a lot of money being bet on Charlotte Flair on the 14th, because originally all the money was coming up on Shayna Baszler. While Baszler performed strongly at the Rumble and destroyed her opponents at 2020's Elimination Chamber, her monster push fizzled out. And number 10, Aleister Black at 2020's Royal Rumble. As we've seen, the 2020 Rumble was a year when any number of superstars might have won, including Aleister Black. According to Wrestling Inc.'s Mark Middleton, Paul Heyman was pushing for the Dutch Destroyer as a possible winner. We noted before that Aleister Black vs Lesnar was considered at one point, as Raw Executive Director Paul Heyman is very high up on him and has made Black's push a project of this. The feeling at this point is that McIntyre was more over than Black, so they went with McIntyre for the big title shot. We have to admit that was a good choice, as McIntyre went on to be a strong contender for the WWE Championship, and has done a great job ever since winning it. Well, that is to say, winning it back. But there you have it, guys. 10 wrestlers who were supposed to win the Royal Rumble. Which ones should have happened? Personally, I think Mr. Perfect should have been the winner of the 1990 Royal Rumble. Be sure to leave your comments down below, subscribe if you haven't already, follow us on Instagram and Facebook for exclusive lists, and I'll see you next time with some more wrestling content.